classic half hour. The season's 2001-2002, and United make the trip down to the capital and a rain-soaked White Hart Lane to face Glenn Hoddle's Tottenham. Without further ado, your match commentators are Steve Bauer and Paddy Creian.
The sunshine is out. Jeff Winter is the official from Stockton-on-Tees. This is always an eagerly anticipated fixture. For many of the last 4 visits in all competitions, Spurs have an excellent recent record against United.
Yeah, he's a little bit lucky there. It was not a very nice tackle, and Dennis a little bit late. He's given the free kick, the referee.
The two managers today know each other well.
Yeah, we just saw them have a chat with each other about 10 minutes before the game started.
Towards him, it didn't reach him. Tenacious challenge from Scholes. Nice touch from Cole. He's got it back, Andy Cole, and he's found Van Nistelrooy. Shot was deflected, that's a corner.
Good play by Andy Cole, particularly the shot. Blocked by Perry. United playing some nice football in midfield, I must say, Steve.
Nicky Butt might open up for him. Nicky Butt! Wasn't that far away, and I tell you something, Neil Sullivan wasn't moving.
Well, Neil Sullivan, I think, of the surprises.
And it's going to be Ziege to deliver it. And the touch! And United have conceded again, and Dean Richards has a dream start to his Tottenham Hotspur career. Just 15 minutes in, it's his header that gives Glenn Hoddle's side the lead.
Well, that's bad marking, I must say, Steve. I mean, the ball's not even very high up. He has to bend down, Dean Richards, to header this ball, and we'll see it in a second. The cross in from Ziege. It's not a high ball. He doesn't have to even jump, he just bends down and headers it. Well, that's a bad goal to lose. Well, I'm not who. Well, we know it's Rudd that's supposed to pick him up, but he hasn't picked him up there. Free header.
Bartes no chance.
And that goal,
Dean Richards on his debut has the goal.
And that goal all came from the free kick, where both players were equally guilty of raising their foot.
Ziege. And Poyet has a bit of space. And Ferdinand is onside. It's Les Ferdinand for Tottenham. And it is 2-0 and disaster for United. Les Ferdinand, who scored in the 3-1 victory at the end of last season, has added to the goal by Dean Richards. Those supporters are in dreamland. Manchester United already have a hill to climb.
Again, they're caught. He's not offside, Steve. He's not offside. Poyet plays the ball through. He's not offside. They get caught, United. And he hits it well. That's disastrous, that. I mean, he does hit it well when he gets the chance inside the box and gives the goalkeeper no chance. But United again playing offside and getting caught. Not a very good start for them.
One today, and it was Poyet's delivery.
How many times have we seen Teddy Sheringham go away and then come in front of the defender and try and get a flick? If he gets a flick there, it could easily finish up in the back of the net, but it goes through and hits Laurent Blanc and goes for the corner kick. How often we've seen Teddy doing that, drifting in from behind defenders.
Ziege with the corner for Spurs. This time United do manage to clear. Anderton. Sheringham receives applause from the Spurs fans, sympathetic ones. Beckham. Try to find Scholes. And Verón is joining matters. Saber Verón made the goalkeeper work.
Good football again by United, and a good save by...
And Spurs, not surprisingly, with their home record and 2-0 up against the champions, oozing with confidence. Poyet, he has Freund to his right. Poyet's gone for goal. And he was entitled to. United stood off him.
Good effort as well. That's not very far away either.
Tarico. Poyet. United now having been forced to work very hard to regain possession. Well, Poyet is onside, and the ball is still in play. It's still Gustavo Poyet, and it is 3-0. Christian Ziege for Spurs, unmarked at the back post, and that could just be the killer blow that might just kill off United as far as this afternoon is concerned, right on the stroke of half-time. They cannot believe it.
Well, I can't believe how the ball stayed in, but again, poor marking. Gary Neville's pushed in on Ferdinand, and Seager comes in from behind and gets a totally free header. He's not going to miss from there. Well, you've got to say that's marking again. The ball in goes across the goal, and the full-back Seager on his own. Disaster for United, right on the stroke of half-time.
Contrasting fortunes as far as the managers are concerned. The Spurs fans singing in the rain. Once here in the last 9 meetings, that was in December '98, 2-2. They'd take a draw now as they begin the second half, 3 goals down. Van Nistelrooy with the flick.
In the air because of the height of Ronnie Johnson, so he has to foul him.
Cole's flick, Van Nistelrooy. Neil Sullivan with just 1 real save to make so far, that from Saber Verón. Gary Neville. Good ball in, and United immediately reply through Andy Cole. His 3rd goal in 4 games. He scored here 5 years ago, and Neil Sullivan is beaten. He scored at White Hart Lane again, and the perfect start to the second half.
Great ball in from Gary Neville. A nice little touch by David Beckham, and Andy again gets in front of the defender. A great strike. And Steve, if you're 3 goals down at half-time and you want to do something in the second half, what a better way to start. Good header by Andy Cole. Let's see if the United lads can lift themselves now. What a boost that'll be to them.
I'm sure little harsh words from him at half-time. That will have been his perfect plan, a goal back straight away. And the fact they've got that goal so early has really helped them. Now Gary Neville again, off Richards for the corner.
Well, the build-up again, very good. It's just a pity he couldn't get that round Richards rather than through him. And they are the team on top at the moment, United, and if they could just get another one.
Well, they've conceded from a set-piece. Can they now score from a set-piece? Plenty of headers in there. Came off Blanc, but via a Spurs defender. Frenchman.
No reaction from the linesman. Yeah, did it just come off Dean Richards?
Beckham to deliver. Blanc with a header, and Laurent Blanc scores for the first time for Manchester United, and what's more, gets them right back in this game at White Hart Lane. 12 minutes into the second half, the French World Cup winner scored plenty for his country. He's now got one for Alec Ferguson, 3-2.
Well, it's a great header. He gets a little bit of freedom in there, hit Laurent Blanc, and well, he's not going to miss it. That sometimes when you don't put a full back in the goal post, which Spurs haven't, you header it in that direction, there's an empty space there, and it's in the back of the net. The game's now wide open, Steve. We always thought the game was over at half-time. I'll tell you something, it ain't now. Spurs are rocking.
Laurent Blanc, 15 goals for France. Always had a goal-scoring reputation from set-pieces. A criticism that United have had over the years, and Glenn Hoddle has conceded one. Again, a really good opportunity. Ronnie Johnson, who scored in the last Premiership game against Ipswich, hasn't taken it. You've had that great chance, of course, to make it 3-3. Very much hope United don't rue that miss. That's lovely play from Cole. Scholes is bursting into the area. It's Van Nistelrooy, and Manchester United have come from 3 down and made it 3-3. It's Ruud van Nistelrooy's 4th goal in the Premiership. What a comeback, and what a second half.
Well, absolutely great football that's created the goal. Mikel Sylvester does all the damage with a great cross into the box. Van Nistelrooy's not picked up. Thank you very much. I'm not going to say what I said at Newcastle, because when United get back to 3 each, I said there's only one team going to win this. Great ball in from Sylvester. Thank you very much, Ruud.
Cool finish. Well, still no show of emotion from the manager. Can they win it now? Still 19 minutes left. Now Beckham Andy Cole offside.
I'm not so sure about it. I'm not so sure about it. The linesman's given it, but David's intention was to find Andy Cole from the off. He's not offside when this ball's... I think there's nothing in that. I don't think he's offside, Steve.
Looks level from our replay.
Yeah.
Looked sharp today, particularly in the second half, Andy Cole. In front of the watching Sven-Göran Eriksson too. That man thought it was offside. And if you get a moment, give us a call for the man of the match. 0901 88 222 68. 0901 88 222 68. If you call that number, vote for today's man of the match at White Hart Lane. Could be yours. This is Verón. Oh, would you believe it? Sabre Verón with Manchester United's fourth. 4 inside 30 minutes. Now there's a smile from the manager because they've come from 3 down to lead 4th.
Has given all the balance down that left-hand side. That's great football by Manchester United. And the strike by Verón. That's his 4th. Lovely touch off by Ole. His 4th strike at goal. He's missed the target twice, hit the target once, but he certainly hit the back of the net there. Well, they're quite capable of scoring again, United, Steve. That's a great strike, and the United fans must be in 7th heaven at the back of the goal, because at half-time they were wondering what was going on.
That guy's in heaven, all right.
Well, I don't think...
That one isn't.
No, he must be wondering what's hit him, Glenn Hoddle. But as I say, when you come on, he'll be able to get up and down the left-hand side of the pitch. He must be wondering, is English football like this all the time?
Cole trying to find Van Nistelrooy. Solskjaer. Owen still. 2 waiting for the cross. Beckham is there as well. It's David Beckham, and that is good night Tottenham Hotspur. The captain, for the first time, has sealed it with his 5th of the season, and that caps one of the truly memorable Premiership matches.
Well, Ollie does great. A little dummy here, gets the ball across the box to David. He's outside the box. You think if he keeps it down, he'll score. Remember the conversation I had with his father before the game? I says, David always scores here. Great strike by David. All he's got to do is keep it down. He does. And it's thank you very much. Great strike, David. And your manager of your England team's watching you as well. Tremendous stuff. You'll get a great deal of pleasure out of that. He's got a big smile on his face.
Well, he has now, but he didn't have 45 minutes ago.
Well, it just shows you what football can do to you, doesn't it?
Solskjaer, the only one of the front 3 not to have scored. Seeger's ball towards Sheringham. Gary Neville fouled by Rebrov. Frustration from both today and the season from Sergei Rebrov.
It's a silly little shove. He's not going anywhere, Gary Neville. He's looking to hook the ball away and just gives him a little push in the back. Maybe frustration on Rebrov's side team as well. Well, they must be thinking to themselves that at half-time there was no way we were going to leave this ground early.
And Spurs now just want that final whistle as we go into stoppage time.
You did foul him, Zeb, but you didn't think so, but you stuck your backside, son, and knocked Rebrov over, and that's why the reason the referee's given the free kick.
Surely there's not another one in this match. Seeger deflected, almost came to Sheringham, away by Silvestre. Barthez beaten 3 times away from home and still wins the game, and one of the truly magnificent games of recent times. Brings a smile to Alec Ferguson in the end, but at half-time it certainly wasn't there at 3 down. He shakes hands with Glenn Hoddle, who must be absolutely shell-shocked. But Manchester United, after they'd seen Dean Richards start things off with the first of 8 goals, Verón and Beckham with the 2 winning ones in the end after Van Nistelrooy had gone level. David Beckham captains Manchester United for the first time and scores the crucial 5th goal. An amazing performance. Really was a game of 2 halves, but in the second half, United were untouchable. Teddy Sheringham against his former club is a losing captain. Pin your ears back for this full-time scoreline.